Hey guys, you're watching an episode of Blacklist Builds. In today's episode, we're taking John's B8A4 and we're installing ECS Tuning's lower control arm brace. So for this install, we have to jack up the rear of the car. That being said, once we've installed it, we're gonna lower it onto the ramps and torque it to the right specification at the correct ride height. So John is taking a 18mm socket on a breaker bar and he is loosening up the lower control arm bolts. Keep in mind that John's A4 is super modified. That being said, he has a custom exhaust that splits off into quad tips. So your A4 may look different than this and you may have to drop the exhaust.
At the gym.
Yeah, we need to get that gym sponsorship. Any gyms want to sponsor us? LA Fitness, Lifetime Fitness, Planet Fitness?
Oh God.
Besides Anytime Fitness. Okay, so just keep in mind when you're doing this install, you want to get a socket that has a thin wall, thin enough to fit inside the socket portion of the brace.
It's this one.
Yep.
It's a little too big.
Always recommend using Loctite whenever you put in bolts. Pro tip. We had John pulling on the wheel outwards while I was pushing this bolt in. You're definitely going to need two people to do this install. It's very difficult with just one person. So keep in mind that without a bolt inside this lower control arm, the wheel is going to move into a different spot and this bolt is not going to line up with the toe. The bolt should be going a considerable distance inside before you start threading. So you may be wondering why John's rear section of his exhaust is heat wrapped. I don't have an answer for that. So
neither do I.
At least his spare tire is going to be nice and cool. So I can definitely see why they suggested to lower the exhaust because it's kind of tight. Alright, so this is actually kind of a considerable install. Just keep in mind that this tire has to be in the right position, or the lower control arm has to be in the right position for the bolt to go in and actually catch. Now we're going to lower the car onto the ramps so we can torque it at the right ride height. So make sure to torque it to these specifications and then turn it this amount afterwards. John, you like click it and then that's it.
That second click was accidental.
Yeah, messing up my shit.
Oh yeah!
Do you feel a difference?
Actually, I do feel the ass is a little stiffer. It's not much of a difference, but it doesn't feel as floaty in the rear.
Is that the bend? Holy sh! This light bar is crazy. So any noticeable difference as we're going around this low speed situation?
Yeah.
A little bit. How so? Does it feel a little bit tighter? Does it feel more?
Feel this good. Oh yeah.
Oh, it feels like it's kind of rotating with you. It's like complying. Yeah. It's definitely not as significant as a sway bar.
It just feels a little more planted, really. Like
Feels more planted? Okay.
Oh yeah.
So what do you say it's worth it?
For how cheap it is, just do it. If you're gonna do a front strut bar and you want to just stiffen up the ass end a little bit, might as well.
That being said, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please hit subscribe down below. And I'll see you guys on the next episode.